Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raws, the wrestling podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and now on the Patreon, Larson.
Yeah, we have a Patreon now.
Okay, here's the deal. We want to be the place for pro wrestling. On the YouTubes, we want you to go to us every single day when there's new dirt in the dirt sheets. We're going to be the ones that comb through it all, pick out the stuff we think is legit, toss the stuff that's pure bullshit, speculate on it. We want to be that for you guys.
Yeah.
So we have started a Patreon to do so. We have milestones, and eventually one of those milestones will involve us launching officially a hard launch on the Going In Raw channel on YouTube, in which all that content will appear.
Yeah. As we hit various funding milestones, we'll start launching new programming.
Right, and we understand it's gonna be a road, and we understand it's gonna be a process. But if you go to patreon.com/Steven Larson, you can check out all the info there. And hopefully, if you guys support us, we can make that a reality. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There isn't really, in my opinion, that place. I know What Culture has their WWE channel, but I don't think they really do like a comprehensive everyday looking at the dirt sheets, combing through everything pro wrestling, not just WWE.
You mean in terms of a video that does that?
Right, exactly. Yeah. I know, what is it, WrestleZone? I think they have like a YouTube presence, and that's all well and good. I think that we have, and I think most people would agree with us, that we have a very unique take on things where we sort of straddle the line between Mark and Smark. You know, like we definitely have our predilections, but we're Marks also.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that brings, and on top of that, the fact that we've been doing this for not just the podcast, but we've been knee deep in wrestling. We've been fascinated by wrestling for a very long time now.
About 20 years,
exactly.
Not longer.
Yeah. So just one of the rewards that you can for pledging to the Patreon is right now we're being joined by I think 8 of our patrons, of our friendos, who have pledged. How much is it to watch the live stream version of this?
$5 a month.
$5 a month. You can watch this live as it happens, interact with us afterwards, and then there's also bonus content that'll go up on the Patreon wall that we do, and all sorts of other great stuff. You can send. There's a tier where you can send in video questions. You can submit video questions, and we'll answer them on the air. So you can be involved. That's really the point of the Patreon, is not just to launch the channel, but also to get people more involved. And I think this is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Because if we kind of opened up the floodgates to everybody, for one thing, it would just be deluged with people trying to get their 2 cents in. So this is a way, I think, if you're really serious about wanting to get on the show, you can do that.
Yeah.
If you're really serious about really wanting to watch it live and watch all the warts in between our takes and stuff and catch us beforehand and afterwards, you can do that too.
Yeah.
All right, Larson.
Let's get to it.
All right. It's time we're on the road to WrestleMania, and it's a fucking weird one, man.
Yeah.
It is a fucking weird one. The WWE answered the question this week, where is Roman Reigns? He showed up at Raw. That means it's time for... Ding.
Raw cap.
Bone.
You really missed all the sound effects we used to use, huh?
You know what? I've been watching a lot of the Wiggles lately because I got a child, and they do that. They do the boom whenever somebody commits a boner. They go boom. I love using that word boner like they used to back in the day when it simply meant mistake.
Yeah.
Boner. Boom. All right. Let's see here. Roman Reigns returned, but let's start from the beginning of the show. They opened with a tag match.
Yeah.
For the straps. Lon versus the New Day.
Yes.
Lon was up for the straps.
It was the other half of Lon.
That's right. Yeah. This was Rusev and Del Rio.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Last week it was Sheamus and Barrett.
That was the match at Roadblock.
Roadblock. That's right. Yeah.
Which we'll get to later. We'll talk about that a bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about Roadblock. Yeah, we'll talk about it. There's a lot of weird shit going on. So that's how it opened up. Was it a good match? I didn't see this match.
Yeah.
What you see, this is the thing. Sometimes we get criticized in the comments. People will say, "You didn't watch Raw." One of us has watched it. We're covered. One of us has watched, between the two of us, we've watched it all.
Did you watch any of Raw?
Yeah. I was out. Where was I? Oh, I went for my jog. Listen, health first, people. Health first.
You could jog any time of the day, though.
I can't. I cannot do that. I have responsibilities.
You can't jog after 8 o'clock when Raw is over?
No, because then I have to take Gypsy out for a walk. If I don't do it during Raw, sometimes I do it during Raw. Last night I did after Raw. But then I also I've got to do my recap video on my channel at MF Steve here, coming out Raw. It's sort of my little indie show that I do, like my little punk rock indie show about Raw.
Where your set is just your desk right there.
It's my desk. I'm yawning through most of it. I'm disoriented because I just watched 3 hours, maybe 2 hours of Raw. So anyways, I kicked it off with that. The New Day won.
Yeah, but what was interesting about it was that after League of Nations lost, they put a beat down on the New Day.
Right.
So I'm kind of wondering now, is the New Day's face turn in full effect? Is it officially happening?
Well, that typically is the case with a face turn. They usually get beat down by somebody the crowd hates. So, you know what? It all depends on how they interact with the crowd afterwards. If they come out and they try to get heel heat by running down the town, then, they're still heels, or they're still trying to be heels.
I think the New Day they're going to keep having them do what they've done the whole time.
Yeah, sure. They'll be like the Eddie Guerreros.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to start going to cities and trying to get cheap pops and stuff.
Right.
They're going to keep doing their thing because
Right.
it's worked.
Right.
And it's just they're going to be faces in relation to everybody else in the tag division.
But I imagine they're not going to be going to Atlanta saying Xavier Woods got out of this crap town. And that's something that faces can't do. And I think they did make their babyface turn. I don't think they're going to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, they probably can't do that.
Probably can't do that. Let's see here. What happened after that? I feel like there was another match after that. Let's see here. Oh, no, that's right. There was the Dean Ambrose Lesnar promo.
Yeah.
There was that thing. Dean Ambrose busted out with the Gordon Freeman favorite crowbar.
Crowbar, yeah.
Right. And warded Brock Lesnar from coming into the ring.
Yeah.
You know what we should do?
They did a great job of making Ambrose look really strong at Roadblock.
Yes, they did.
And he got a huge pop last night when he came out.
I know. He's getting pops all over the place. We're going to talk about that in a second. Fuck it. We'll talk about it right now.
I wonder if, and I hope they're doing this, they're saying, okay, we have Reigns, who's the guy that we have anointed as the next Cena. But also we have Ambrose over here, who we can let build organically. Like Stone Cold was super over in 97.
Yeah.
But instead of, rushing him to get the belt, then they gave him another year to really get huge, and then they gave him the belt and, and said, run with it.
Let me ask you this.
So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to have Ambrose kind of in their back pocket in case the Reigns thing doesn't work out.
I tend to think that Vince, Triple H, and Stephanie are on the same page more than I think a lot of the internet wrestling community would like to think. They kind of have to be, because here's where I'm going with this. I saw a dirt sheet thing that said there was some heat on Triple H backstage for crotch chopping. For
trying to be the cool heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that when he did it.
We've talked about that. And there is some chatter about, it seems like Roman may be Vince's guy, and Triple H is kind of giving up on Roman, and Dean is his guy. I hate thinking that it's that cut and dry, because I don't think it ever is. I think there's a lot of gray areas. I think there probably are a lot of politics being played.
Yeah.
But I think by and large, Triple H probably has to respect the fact that Vince is the man and he's the guy in charge. How do you feel about that? Do you think that because when you look at it like that, it kind of makes sense in that regard. He's giving Dean a lot more respect by his actions than he is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that this is indicative of some sort of cheesy power struggle going on backstage?
I think, as you said, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I mean, I wonder if part of it is they say, okay, we're going to try this Reigns as our top guy thing out, but if that doesn't work, we got to build someone up that could.
That would seem to make. I mean, that's best for business. That would seem to make sense.
Yeah.
It's just the WWE has been known to sort of go all in when they're doing these, when they're building up a new guy. It's like, let's go all in on this guy.
Yeah.
But I can't believe for a second they can ignore. I mean, just the fact that it was Triple H versus Dean Ambrose at Roadblock, which is a big for the title, which is a big match, and like you said, Triple H made Dean Ambrose look like $1 million. He put him over in a big way. And he even put over Dolph Ziggler in a huge
their match
way.
last night was really good.
Was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fantastic match. So it's a very interesting dynamic that's happening right now because it's such a transitional time. I mean, it's funny because Triple H is by no means, he's never been a transitional champion. He's always been the guy who's had but now like he is like maybe the strongest transitional champion I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because he obviously is holding the belt until they give it over to the next guy who seems to be Roman Reigns at this point.
But in the process, he's doing everything he can to put everybody else he faces in the ring over.
And making the belt look like $1 million in the process. Because, like they pointed out last night, or at Roadblock, was that his first match since Sting?
Yeah.
That was his first match. So this is only his second match since then. And I mean, he still looks like $1 million and he still can wrestle.
Yeah, he still knows how to work.
Still knows how to fucking work, man. And now he's like all that extra knowledge he has up there telling stories in the ring. It's it's outstanding. What did you make of Ambrose? Ambrose versus Lesnar. This is going to be really interesting.
It might be the match I'm most excited about at WrestleMania.
I would agree totally. Absolutely, completely. Any chance Ambrose wins this thing?
It'll be telling. The result of that match will be telling what they think the future is going to hold for Ambrose. If they think he is a legitimate world title guy, then there's a pretty good chance he wins.
The thing that I like about this...
And it's the type of match where
yes,
it's believable for him to win.
That's exactly correct. That's what I was going to say, is that they can have him win, still make Brock look strong, and it not just be mano v mano. You know what I mean? Like, Ambrose can show how crazy he is, and crazy can win. Yeah. And aligning him with Mankind, even though Mankind's Hell in the Cell match ended with a loss on his part. And I mean, that's also the kind of thing is that I'm trying to think, how do losses affect Dean Ambrose?
I don't know. He's lost a lot.
Yeah.
Every world title match he's had, I mean, obviously he's lost. Because he faced Rollins for the world title 3 times at pay-per-views or whatever.
You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait for the WWE 24 for this WrestleMania to see if there's any indication as to what the relationship between Ambrose and Lesnar is. That's got to be really interesting because Ambrose is a smaller dude, but Lesnar's a company guy.
Yeah.
And Lesnar will do, like, he's getting paid enough. He'll do the job if he needs to do the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that would be really interesting. I think Lesnar would probably have to respect the fact that Ambrose is willing to do whatever it takes, to get the story told.
Whoever is the man that beats Lesnar
right,
is going to get a huge rub.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure last year they thought it was going to be Reigns winning at WrestleMania. He's the guy that conquered the Conqueror. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of thinking it's kind of a coin flip in my mind whether Ambrose is going to be that guy or they're going to wait till, I don't know, maybe SummerSlam or something and have Bray Wyatt be that guy. Mm. Although, they're not really booking the Wyatt family to look terribly strong.
I read something today that said Bray Wyatt had a bad back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why Harper took over for him at whatever. If you had a bad back, do not fuck with Brock Lesnar. You don't want to take any of those. What do you think Harper's face was when they were like, yeah, you have to eat like 1 million suplexes?
Well, the night before they did the same thing where it was a handicap match at the house show.
All right. Yeah, I know. I thought it was cute. Bray Wyatt comes out at Roadblock and he's like, yeah, me and Luke Harper together are going to take down the beast. And that sounded more like Bill Cosby. Oh, I'm going to slip him something in his drink. And then we're going to take him down. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Ryback versus Sin Cara. What did I tell you, Callisto? Idiot. Oh, man. So, Callisto comes out with Sin Cara. Mm-hmm. Do you read anything into the disparity in their uniforms and their costumes? Callisto was wearing pearly white, and Botchfest was wearing the darkest of blacks.
I thought that they were teasing something.
Might be a Rudo turn there.
But I don't know. It might be reading too much into it.
Yeah, probably. Sin Cara got his ass handed to him by Ryback, and Ryback said, Callisto, see what I'm talking about? That's more Ultimate Warrior. Callisto, I don't know if I'm not going to do Ryback. So he was talking shit to Callisto.
Well, then he officially challenged him to a U.S. title match at WrestleMania.
Please tell me this is going to be on the pre-show. This is gonna
Well, there was another match
mar
apparently.
the card.
That's apparently been confirmed for WrestleMania, which is the Usos versus the Dudleys.
Ugh, have that be the pre-show. Oh God, that's terrible. That's awful. I figured that was where it was headed to, but God, that needs to be the pre-show.
Yeah, hopefully.
That needs to be the pre-show. Blech.
I wonder if they're going to have the Andre Memorial Battle Royal during the pre-show again.
Was that pre-show last year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That needs to be the main event. Let's see. I'm considering it's going to be like a 4-man match because nobody fucking left. Stephanie comes out, introduces Triple H. They start talking. Triple H runs everybody down and says, "You're all a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
You guys bow to your crappy bosses." You know, typical heel promo where he stumbles over himself. Dolph Ziggler comes out looking quite dapper.
Yeah.
Some sort of spiel about Stephanie saying, you know,
You were going to fire me over a tweet.
right, you're going to fire me over a work tweet. I still, when they said that, I got your face in my head saying, so that means that tweet has worked. So now these tweets are kayfabe. That was pretty funny. Dolph comes out, you know, says you're going to fire me over that, but I'm not going to quit. I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of fun if he like teased going to like the Bullet Club or something.
Yeah, I know. Like, if I got no place here, I'm going to go to NXT.
To NXT. Oh, that'd be great. I need some more good people down there.
Especially after we bring up Samoa Joe and Finn
Bring up
Balor.
Samoa and Finn. Frugal David, that little guy. That fat guy and the little guy. What did he call Rodriguez, a bumblebee?
Oh, man.
You know why that's not racist? You know why that's not racist? Because Rodriguez is fat. So it makes sense. He could have been referring to the John Belushi character. Didn't John Belushi do a bumblebee?
I think so.
If he had said that to Alberto Del Rio, it wouldn't have made any sense. Wouldn't have made a lick of sense. But the fact that he said it's the fat guy makes sense. Big bumblebee guy. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, so anyways, that set up a match between Dolph and Triple H where apparently Dolph got to choose whatever he wanted his match to be.
If he won, he got to choose.
I think the dog was barking at that point.
Yeah, if he won, he can select any match he wanted for himself except the world title match.
Oh, okay.
That was the only caveat.
I thought, and a lot of people thought with me, that Roman might interfere and help Dolph win.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, but he didn't. But it was an excellent match.
Yeah, it was
Triple
very
H
good.
made Dolph look like $1 million. Really did. Great match. I felt this segment should have been the main event. This should have been the main event.
Especially after the final segment kind of fell flat.
Because the final segment was kind of a turd. Shane. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Shane.
But then, of course, Dolph loses after a great match. And then Roman comes out afterwards, correct?
Yeah. So Roman came out afterwards from getting his face.
Did he look different for you?
His nose looked different.
I didn't know if it was that or he just like put a little bit of weight on.
The picture of the picture that I used on the thumbnail for my recap show, his nose looks different.
Maybe they have to do that to fix the deviated septum. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That would make. I guess. Anyways, yeah, Roman came out. He threw a garbage can at Triple H, and it looked like it threw out Triple H's hip. It really was a comedic segment. Look, here's
Those garbage cans are heavy though.
This screams. They are. But did you see there's a GIF of that somebody put of like Triple H. His fall was so comedic.
Oh, I know.
It was
he did this.
It was so ridiculous. This, to me, anyways, is a matter of too little, too late.
Mm-hmm.
Being gone too long, don't care.
They already squandered the goodwill they had developed. It feels
Dude,
like.
even when he came out on the ramp, which might be the start of him coming out on the ramp.
I hope so.
I don't really care. I mean, coming through the crowd is the one thing. You know, it makes me wonder if they changed it from him coming to the crowd, not for the surprise factor, but because all these people have signs that say, what was that one? It said Roman Boars. What was that one? Somebody had a sign at Roadblock, I think it was.
When it rains, it bores.
When it rains, it bores. Thank you. Yeah. There's too much. And then, you know, Roman is a wink pheasant. There was that one back in the day. Even when he came out and did the takedown on Triple H, it felt lazy and slow. He looked lazy and slow. The entire segment felt lazy and slow. And I don't know if it was lazy and slow or if it was just me not giving a shit anymore about Roman Reigns because I don't.
I mean, I agree with you because I think we kind of feel like we know how everything's going to play out. Where they're going to try to book them right for a few weeks,
right,
and then for whatever reason they will deviate from that plan and it'll be lousy.
Yeah,
because they've tried it before where they had him come out and just beat people up.
There was no. I'll put it this way: for a beatdown, for like as intense as the segment should have been, I didn't feel any intensity
or urgency.
That's probably a better word.
Yeah,
there was no sense of urgency there. Reigns strolled to the ring, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he run to the ring? I think he strolled. Like, act like you want to get your fucking hands on him. You can't wait.
I think he tried to. I think they were trying to do the menacing stroll.
He just looked like he was in the park.
Yeah.
Hey, what a great day in the park today. Oh, hold on. Don't do that dirty deeds to me, pal. Hey. Anyways. Sami Zayn took on The Miz. How did this end? I didn't see this one. My wife came up to me and said, I want steak. Go get me steak. So I had to go get some steak.
Sami Zayn won.
I was like, I did see.
Kevin Owens was out and did commentary for the match.
Yeah, I know. Was he funny? It's probably funny.
It was okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm not missing much.
I feel like whenever he did commentary in NXT, it was way better.
Oh yeah.
Than when he's been on Raw.
Yeah.
So when he did commentary in NXT, it was hilarious.
Did you see the bit with him and Kevin Owens at the house show, where there's somebody recorded on video, and Kevin Owens and AJ Styles just had a match.
Yeah. I
think Kevin Owens won.
Yeah.
I think it was for the belt.
Yeah.
But he gets on. He cuts a really, really nice, heartwarming promo on AJ Styles, like while he's in the ring with him. Says, you're the best. It took us forever to get here. It took you even longer, and you deserve to be here, and all these people are lucky to have you, blah, blah, blah. And he says, I know I act a certain way, but blah, blah, blah. Very heartfelt. Then as soon as AJ leaves, he flips it and starts saying, but I am still the best. And then he just goes on in his little heel persona. And as he's going on, AJ gets up on the ring apron, and Kevin Owens turns around and says, what? And AJ leaps it, gives him the Styles crash. Crowd goes crazy. But his reaction to, what? So check it out. That's great. We'll put it in the description.
That's great.
So anyways, I'm assuming Sami Zayn beat The Miz.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any skirmish at the end with Owens? Probably. Usually that's his MO.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Owens got involved a little bit.
Did Zayn still have his crappy ska music?
He had the music. He had the shirt, the jacket, and the hat.
Oh, the hat too? Mm-hmm. Oh, goddamn! Was he dancing?
Well, kind of.
Well, she trots. He dances. He's happy.
Yeah.
He's too happy. Don't be happy.
No, be happy.
No, happy. Oh boy, I'm glad I missed this one. Brie and Alicia Fox versus Team Bad.
Yeah.
And then Lana, this was just a vehicle for Lana to come out and deliver. Did she do the little powerbomb thing or the face plant thing?
No.
Didn't do anything? Just skirmish?
She just sat on the announce table.
Didn't do anything. Wow.
I don't understand why she has a problem with Brie Bella. I don't get it still.
I don't know. There was some rumor that Daniel Bryan was supposed to be there because he was apparently in Pittsburgh, but then he's her husband, so maybe that's just why, because he hangs out with her sometimes.
And last night, Lana wasn't wearing the denim stuff like she did with...
Lana Watch 2000.
She was wearing kind of an amalgam of the doll stuff with the old school Lana stuff.
Yeah. I don't understand
what they're doing with her at all. I don't get it.
So I missed that one. This makes me... I'm totally gonna go back to YouTube or to Hulu and watch these. Paige made an appearance and Charlotte delivered a promo.
Yeah, they had a...
I was getting that steak for a long time.
They had a good, 10-15 minute women's wrestling section.
Oh, shit.
That was cool.
Man, okay. I'm going to check that out.
Paige's appearance was real brief. And then Lana came up and talked to her.
That's cool. Lana came up and talked to Paige?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they start kissing? Did they rub bosoms? Probably not. Probably not. It's PG's show.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Yeah. Charlotte delivered a promo. Did she say anything groundbreaking? I love Charlotte.
No, it was fine. It was a good promo.
I like her. However, I did come back during the Usos versus Social Outcasts. I can't do this enough. So much of that.
I kind of miss Bo Dallas's old trunks.
Really?
I do.
I don't, because I feel like more secure watching him. I'm like, okay, all your stuff is packed in where it's supposed to be. Those fucking trunks before, they were this close to just coming apart.
But I got so used to them. that seeing him in anything else it doesn't seem right. I mean, I'll eventually get used to his new outfit.
I can't just watch that dude run around in underwear. It's disconcerting.
It's just what I've gotten used to.
I fucking loved it when they all did the victory lap around
the bow train.
Yeah, that was great. But screw that whole feud. The Usos, Dudleys. Give me Social Outcasts. I like them. Why couldn't it be Social Outcasts versus the New Day in like a real feud, like a good feud?
Yeah.
Like make them both strong.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want to see, but still entertaining. This was great. I did see this. Mick Foley showed up, gave Dean Ambrose the old baseball bat with the barbed wire on it.
Yep.
Gave him a little pep talk. Tried to give him, why are you doing this? You know what you're doing? Dean Ambrose says, this is just who I am, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was great. This was definitely sort of a passing of the torch.
That's what Foley said.
Looking to see if Foley's going to be involved in this somehow in WrestleMania.
It could be.
I hope so. Even if it's just to be there again and be on screen with Dean Ambrose.
Was he was there last year because he was in one of the
he
boxes
was up there. Yeah, he wasn't on the show
above where we were sitting, but I don't know if he was actually on the show.
I don't believe he was on the show. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot because they had before Ambrose debuted,
they had kind of like a mini feud.
They had like a mini Twitter feud.
Yeah,
and it always, that sort of was like, oh, okay, who's this guy? Because Foley's giving him some sort of rub,
Yeah.
Let's see here. Dolph versus H Face.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Quadruple H.
Good match.
My dad, Quadruple H. This is a pay-per-view level match.
Yeah,
this was really good. I love the new thing of the count out into the pedigree.
Yeah.
Second time they did it.
Yeah.
First with Dean, now with Dolph. I like that's sort of, they're insinuating that's like part of Triple H's arsenal. Like, this guy's about to get counted. Like, I'm going to do something to try to get this guy counted out, knowing that when he gets in, there's a pedigree waiting for him. I like that idea.
Well, it'd be interesting to see, too, at WrestleMania if they use that spot and how Roman counters it. I assume they're doing it. They've done it both his matches. There's going to be something to it.
Right, exactly. I think you're right. Great match. Like we said, Roman came out. It was comedic. We had a Golden Truth segment. Again, I'm assuming this is going to be settled by WrestleMania. I still think it's funny. It's amusing. I just really kind of wanted to wrap up so they can start jobbing to tag teams. Let's see here. And then Jericho versus Neville. Neville's leg came off.
Well, it wasn't quite that dramatic.
It wasn't quite Sid level.
No.
It wasn't, what was that poor kid's name? Played for
Kevin Ware.
Louisville. Yeah, Kevin Ware.
That's the worst sports injury I've ever seen.
Fuck. Neville just broke his ankle.
He broke his ankle, yeah.
Really, really bad. So that sucks. I was actually in a little Twitter, not debate, but just point of view back and forth with somebody saying, you know what? Neville is one of the very, very few guys I can just watch in the ring. Even though the last couple times he's been on the mic, I thought he's come a long way in terms of his intensity, his attitude. I think that if a good story is written for him, it could launch him. I just love him in the ring, though. I can watch him in the ring over and over again. Yeah. And so this sadly is going to put him down for
a couple months, probably.
Couple months, yeah. So that's a big bummer. Both, for him obviously, but for the WWE, who's already
dealing with a lot of injuries. Yeah.
So weird though, because Neville should be in a program right now. Like he should be in he floats from program to program apparently. Like Kevin Owens, I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
And then he goes over to Jericho, ankle breaks, clean off his body.
No, it's not off.
Shane. Up next,
that whole segment was not good.
Shane's
having a real hard time with his promos.
He needs to articulate. He needs to take a page from Ryback. They should do a backstage program where Ryback talks to Shane McMahon. Okay, this is what I've learned from memorization. Make a song out of it. Ryback gives promo lessons. I've memorized up to 5 minutes. That's what he needs because he's stumbling and it's embarrassing because he's supposed to be the supremely confident guy. He's this confident 50-year-old who can beat The Undertaker who's literally from like hell or whatever.
I just feel like he's nervous.
I think he is too. Like he's just rusty. I think he's rusty.
Yeah.
I mean, he's being asked to carry a fucking Undertaker Hell in the Cell match.
I know.
That's a lot after like 7 years of just being a straight up businessman behind the scenes. Dope shoes though.
Yeah.
Fuck, those were some cool looking shoes.
Jordan Brand is hooking him up.
Dude.
He posts all sorts of shoes he gets from them on Twitter.
How do we get some of that love? Right. Let's see here. Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. Who came out first? Vince came out first?
Yeah.
Undertaker took a good 8 minutes to get to the fucking ring.
Yeah.
He was saying, Undertaker, I'm gonna look past you grabbing me. At which point I was hoping the whole crowd would erupt in Titus O'Neil chants. Apparently one of the friendos was at Raw, and he says, believe me, we were totally trying to, and apparently it didn't really catch on. It wasn't quite the CM Punk chant. Undertaker, don't touch me. Undertaker said, Vince, I just got back from having a steak. And then blows it in his face. Anyways, here comes the money.
Yeah.
Money.
Well, before that, the Undertaker was like, hey, he did the Vince, you don't control me thing.
Vince,
you're not the boss of the Undertaker.
The Undertaker is the boss of the Undertaker. Yeah. Anyway, Shane comes down and then lays out this really weird PowerPoint presentation. He says, here's what's going to happen. You're going to miss, I'm going to hit, miss, you're going to hit, miss, and then I'm going to hit.
Loved his lines. You're going to be so full of oxygen. That's what he said to the Undertaker. It's like, no, the opposite is what's
I don't
going to
get
happen.
anything of what he fucking said. It was a mess.
He just messed up.
You're going to hit, and I'm going to miss. Something like it was.
No, I said, you're going to miss, then I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit, you're going to miss, I'm going to hit.
I'm like, is he going really meta into this? Is he like bringing out the actual like move list that they're going to do? Like for half a second, I thought, is he getting really weird with this?
He has the production notes in his back pocket.
Right, that's why I swear to God, I was like, is he getting really like crazy booky with this? But no, he was just fucking up his lines. Yeah, and it was, and then Undertaker responded with saying, Shane, I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's one thing I need that you haven't even mentioned. And we both thought he was gonna say,
powers of the darkness.
The powers of darkness, because those are eternal. Those transcend human form. Mm-hmm. Those are everlasting. But what did he say? I've got these. Undertaker, you're not a real fighter. You've never been a real fighter. You're not a prize fighter. You're not Brock Lesnar. You're not an MMA guy. You have supernatural powers. Rely on those.
Yeah.
Because these probably are riddled with arthritis by now.
And they break.
They're brittle. Shane.
Well, and then someone posted on our Twitter, like, when Undertaker says no one controls me,
that
it would have been great if Shane had produced the urn right then. I forgot who put it on our Twitter, but someone tweeted that at us. And that was hilarious.
And then Undertaker bows before it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Shane. Check and mate. It's like Shane has the fucking four-sided Uno card. How much of a baller did you feel like when you got the four fucking the Uno card with all the colors on it?
Oh yeah. The draw four Uno card.
The draw four. That's what the urn is. Shane, I've got one thing. Draw four. Hell in a Cell Uno match. That's what I want to see. Draw four.
A pack of Uno cards on a pole match. I'm surprised WCW never did that.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyways, it was kind of a mess of a segment. It didn't get me hyped for the match. Look, this is still my thing. We're going to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be very interesting to see how they resolve all this stuff. But the lead-up has been such a weird cluster fuck. It's been a mess.
Like, we don't know who's fighting for the Intercontinental title.
Right.
We still don't know.
We have no idea.
No idea. There hasn't been a confirmed tag champion match yet. I mean, we all assume it's going to be New Day versus...
Somebody tweeted at us saying that it was confirmed on WrestleMania.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, there's just so much up in the air, just not really developing well.
Yeah.
The only match that's developing well is Ambrose Lesnar.
And honestly, that was the match that I wanted to see. That's the match that I'm involved in seeing, that I'm really emotionally involved.
The Wyatts don't have a match yet. You want to talk Roadblock?
Let's talk Roadblock.
Briefly.
All right. Let's just talk about what were our predictions. Did we predict the New Day was going to win?
Yeah.
That was a lock. Let's see here. Jericho.
Half the matches that actually happened weren't announced before the show.
What was I doing on Sunday? Oh, I was at the convention on Sunday, so I caught this late and I didn't go back and rewatch it. I didn't even know Jericho fought Jack Swagger.
It was weird because he cut a really scathing anti-Canada promo.
Yeah.
And then they sent out Jack Swagger.
That is weird. That is really weird. Anyways, here's my thing about Roadblock in general. It was very strange. To me, it served one purpose. The Triple H Ambrose match was really, really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. And I noted this on Twitter that those are the kind of matches, like if you say anything else about Roadblock, my problem with Roadblock was this. They built it up in the weeks leading up to it as if it meant something, as if it was consequential, and it really wasn't. I mean, I know the world title was on the line.
It was excuse me, consequential in one respect, in that it ended up getting solidifying Ambrose as a legitimate threat to the world champion.
Right, exactly. And Triple H made him look like $1 million. That was a great match, and those are the kind of matches that once he wins the actual belt are going to make him blow up. People will remember that stuff, and that makes him legitimate, and that's great.
Yeah.
But I felt like they could have done that without making it feel like this was just a shoehorned pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I know.
That was my problem.
The matches by and large were all really good. The Natty Charlotte match was really good. The NXT
the Natty Charlotte match was really good.
Yeah. And the NXT title match was really good.
Oh, was it? I didn't.
Yeah.
I got to go back and see that.
It was really good.
Yeah. We were right about that, by the way. And Zone Cast did not win the belts. They're getting called up any day now.
Yeah, no.
Any day now.
I wonder if the Raw after WrestleMania will see them and Bayley.
There's a lot of NXT people who seem to be getting on the verge of being called up. And I guess right now is as good a time as any because everybody's injured. So, I mean, right now is when they need it. Stardust versus Sami Zayn. I saw that one. That was a good match.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Except for his damn entrance. Except for his damn it, Shane. Draw 4. I always love winning on a draw 4. That's the last card.
I know.
Draw 4.
It's a mic drop if you win on a draw 4. Because not only do you win, the best part is though, because you win, you're out of cards.
Yeah.
But you sit there and make everybody else draw their 4 cards. Because the game's not over until they draw their cards.
Exactly.
Should we do questions now?
Yeah, let's do questions.
Questions.
Toby
Michaels, do you predict a more positive response from Roman next week, given better, not perfect booking on Raw?
We should address this. He was booed.
Yeah.
The Boo Birds came out for him. He was booed.
It's still gonna be an uphill climb.
It's gonna be an uphill climb. It'll depend. It'll vary city to city, but it doesn't seem to be getting any better. He's not winning any more cities over with this.
I think.
Poor son of a bitch.
I know. This is the situation that they're in right now, and I mean, if their only recourse is to turn him heel, they'll have to do it.
Triple H is probably really up on that. Vince, I'm telling you. Text him at 2 a.m. Vince, I know you're up.
It's just it's 3 words: turn Roman heel.
Yeah,
he just spams that to him all throughout
Vince,
the day.
I don't need to sleep either.
2 questions from Carlos L. Rivera Jr.
Carlos L. Rivera Jr.
How does the WWE improve the Divas division more? I think it's doing pretty well.
They're doing great, and they've got a great crop coming up in NXT.
Yeah.
I think, just strong storylines.
I think
strong storylines that don't have anything to do with, you're my friend.
The number one thing they can do is make it the women's division again, not the Divas division.
And this the whole thing with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha, I think has been played really well. They all want the belt. That's what it should be. It should be a struggle for power, not you're my friend.
Yeah. Well, there's still a little bit of that because Charlotte and Becky were friends and stuff.
Yeah, I know,
they're still playing up the relationship between the 3, but I mean that adds depth to the story. It's not necessarily the crux of the whole story.
There you go.
Second, what are the top 5 worst WWE storylines ever? He mentioned, I didn't include this on here. He mentioned the
Katie Vick.
Katie Vick, yeah,
it's a really bad one. I would say the character of Eugene.
Yeah.
All the way, like right there.
Yeah. I've the WCW invasion was not done terribly well.
Oh God, that could be number 1, really. I mean, because that was such a lost opportunity that if they had just put it off, waited. It's funny, we had this conversation with Adi Shankar back then, and he pointed out because I always thought that the NWO came in like a year or 2 after the invasion, and it wasn't. It was like 6 months later.
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see here. Is there anything? Oh, it's fake Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's 4.
That's draw 4. And then one more. There had to have been a Triple H one. That's crap.
Well, he was involved in the Katie Vick thing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was involved. He was, front. I think he had sex with Katie Vick or something. He also mentioned the Kane Lita pregnancy one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was weird and fucked up too.
Sean Lindsay. Ambrose has been screwed on his...
Anything involving Vince's ass being kissed.
Yeah.
I hated that shit.
Yeah. Ambrose has been screwed on his World Heavyweight Champion win 3 times. How long does he just snaps and just goes to war with the Authority?
We'll find out after WrestleMania. Like, that seems to be sort of the... I mean, depending on how the Shane Undertaker match turns out, that seems to be a... Yeah, it's funny when Triple H was telling Dolph, you need to be backed by the right people.
Yeah.
I had the thought, man, how fun would it be to see a Dolph-backed Authority? That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It could help him a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they have any sort of plans for the Dolph's involvement with this whole
Man, you don't
Authority
have a
storyline.
match with Triple H unless they got something
plans
for
for it, I
you,
know. Yeah, I don't know.
It was really kind of surprising they did that.
Yeah. Alex Martosi.
I'm sorry, I don't think I said this earlier. Sean Lindsay and then Alex Martosi.
What if WWE is just afraid to let Roman wrestle and injure himself before WrestleMania?
I don't think that's the problem. I don't think that's it.
No. Dustin Schnaw. Do you think Shane will be diving off the top of Hell in a Cell at Mania? What big spots do you think he'll take?
You think he's going to go off the top?
No.
Me neither. If they didn't let Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins do it, they're not going to.
I don't think they're not going to let anybody do that anytime soon. Not at all.
But I could see Shane going rogue and doing it anyways. Maybe. I don't know. That's a big fucking drop.
When Ambrose and Rollins went off the side of the cell, were their hands on the top?
Nope. You weren't even close.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that.
They were like in the top. They were like in the
top
half.
panel, right? Yeah. See, I wouldn't be surprised. They kind of went up a little higher than they did, but not the top. Not a Foley spot.
There's going to be some crazy shit going on, but don't expect Mankind.
Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yep.
Dominic Mosley.
What
do you guys think of? Oh, he posted an article about Sting's involvement in WrestleMania. What do you think would be the best role for Sting at WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania,
the most obvious one would be
the host.
Okay.
Him or Crisley, either one. Give me Crisley as the fucking host. That dude, all those commercials started. I used to hate that shit.
Yeah.
Now I see those commercials, like, I laugh my ass off. You got that tattoo?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Sting did a run-in during the Undertaker match. But only if they think he may be healthy for a match down the line.
Ooh.
That's the only reason to do it.
How's your neck feeling, Blade Runner? Scorpion.
What do you think? Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a place for him, to be honest with you.
No.
Unless there's like a fun segment in the middle where they bring
like
out
they did last
Cena.
Year. Like they did last year
exactly.
after Daniel Bryan won the IC belt. Yeah.
Something like that. Or you know what? I could see this. Triple H backstage preparing. Sting comes up to him and either shows him respect or issues a warning of some sort.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Scorpion. Question for Going in Raw. What is
Scorpion?
Who is the next TNA star to go to WWE? Name 3.
Christopher Daniels. That guy's like a million years old. I like Christopher Daniels though.
You want Bobby Roode in WWE?
Oh, I want Bobby Roode's number 1. Yeah. What is it? Is this TNA? Oh, TNA?
Yeah.
Okay. I want Bobby Roode, Awesome Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's not with TNA anymore. She got released.
I know, but you know what? I'm just going to... Is anybody with TNA? Is TNA still around?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still going to say Awesome Kong just because she had her prevalent... And you know what? They're honestly, their Divas division. They, what's her name?
Oh, Gail Kim?
Oh, Gail Kim, but ODB, I think.
Oh,
yeah. I'd love to see her go on NXT or even the main roster. Yeah. Can't really think of anybody else. I don't really care. Just to spite Ulysses, I don't want EC3 to go.
I know you're not a fan.
He loves that guy. Look, if you couldn't make it past the pre NXT, couldn't make it past voting and Tough Enough, shouldn't be in there.
Well, people develop. I mean, The Miz.
You don't have what it takes.
The Miz wasn't even on Tough Enough, was he?
Or
was he on Tough Enough? I don't remember.
He was on Road Rules, man.
No, I know, but after that.
Was he?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think he was on Tough Enough.
And he obviously didn't win.
No, but he's huge now. He main evented WrestleMania.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm using that in defense of EC3.
My point stands.
So okay.
Larson.
David Fishkin.
I've got Draw 4.
What do you guys think when do you guys think the WWE will bring up Enzo and Cass?
And what will they do with them when they debut? David Fishkind. Oh, what do you... I think it's going to be post-WrestleMania, and I think plop them right there in there with the New Day, man.
That'd be great.
That's what you got to do, baby. I got a great idea. Put in Enzo and Big Cass.
We're 45 minutes in this show, and we got a first appearance of Dusty.
Duff the roll. Listen up, baby. Put him in there, brother.
Infrared Ruby 421.
Infrared Ruby. Hey,
What?
Undertaker. Draw 4, baby.
When does Daniel Bryan get into the Hall of Fame? Hopefully next year.
Next year, probably. Yeah, next year.
But WrestleMania is in Orlando next year.
They probably just had their lineup set already for this year. They probably done it this year.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Does he deserve to go into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
All right, Larson, it's time once again. Do you know what time it is? It's Kayfabe Corner time, Larson. It's Kayfabe Corner. Yeah, it's the best, the most outstanding wrestling trivia challenge ever devised by man. What is it?
I thought you were asking me what time it was, like for reals.
It's 4:25, man.
Oh, Kayfabe Corner is It's 12 names, 6 real, 6 fake.
Sometimes 7 and 5.
Yeah, if we mess up.
Pretty sure it's 6 and 6, but who knows? Who knows?
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as voted on by the Going In Raw community, I gave them 2 options. Jesse Ventura theme. I'm sorry. Jesse Ventura theme. Theme? I don't know. Or Duff the Row theme. They chose overwhelmingly Jesse Ventura.
Interesting.
Yes. So, today's theme is Jesse Ventura, as voted upon by the Patreon community.
Okay.
How much do you have to pay to do? $10. $10 a month, and you too can vote on Kayfabe Corner.
Correct.
And watch this as it happens live.
Well, that only costs $5.
I don't, but it's in addition to voting.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
All right.
How do you feel today?
Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Blue dust. I'm pulling for you today.
Real.
I want you to do good.
Real.
Very good. Agent Orange.
Fake.
Real. However, Jesse had suffered from side effects from actual Agent Orange.
Oh, okay.
But there is an Agent Orange. Outpatient.
Fake.
Real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've already gone through half your reels.
3 of those, all 3 of those, they're actually the same person.
Oh, okay.
I forget his actual name because he wrestled on something different. Jimmy the Great Janos.
Fake.
Very good. Jesse Machine.
Real.
Fake. The Hollywood Fashion Plate.
Real.
Very good. You know what that is?
It wasn't Ventura, right?
No, it wasn't Ventura. Ventura only ever wrestled under his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know that name sounds familiar. I can't remember who.
Blassie.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Sharkey.
Fake.
Real. Living Nightmare.
Fake.
Very good. Louis the Saint.
Fake.
Very good. Haas Funk.
Fake.
No, real actually. Another name for Dory Funk.
Oh, okay.
Brother Shipley.
Fake.
Baja Web.
Fake.
Very good. What'd you get? 7?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you had too many reels at the beginning.
I know. I loaded those up in the beginning.
7.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. Okay. You spread those out a bit more.
Yeah.
Next time it's going to be 6 reel, 6. All right. Regarding Jesse, the Body Ventura.
Yes.
Jesse Ventura.
Yes.
Who am I supporting in this current presidential election?
I read that he would consider being Donald Trump's running mate. But I don't know if that's necessarily mean he's endorsing him. But I'll go with that.
Incorrect.
Oh, who is it?
Bernie Sanders.
Interesting.
In fact, he had to withdraw. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, yeah. He's supporting Bernie Sanders, but why did I pull my official endorsement?
Of Bernie Sanders?
He actually endorsed him, but then he pulled that endorsement when he discovered something.
I have no idea.
He pulled his endorsement because Bernie said he would support whoever the Democratic nominee will eventually be.
Okay.
And Jesse said, "We need Che Guevara back. We need a political revolution. Do you know why?
Why, Jesse?
Because the media says we can't do that. Do you know why?
Why, Jesse?
Because they don't represent us." Do you know why?
Why?
And it's like he's like a toddler. He just always does.
Yeah.
Over and over.
I was really surprised when I read that when someone asked Jesse about being Trump's running mate, and he said, "Well, I'd consider it."
Do you know why?
He said because Trump wasn't part of the political establishment.
Yeah. So, that's Jesse Ventura. There you go. Next week, you guys will be able to vote on the Kayfabe Corner list that Larson whips up if you pledge $10 or more here on our Patreon.
Correct.
Patreon.com/Stephen Larson.
Yeah.
So, that's our episode for today. We're going to do a bonus episode for you patrons out there who do the $5, I think. And then we have a monthly bonus episode for the pay-per-view episodes that are going to go for, I think we'll talk about it. For the $1, if you pledge $1 or more, you get a monthly bonus episode.
Yeah.
So there's something for everybody. We appreciate your support. No matter what, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the iTunes or on Stitcher. That in itself is a lot of support. That gives us a lot of help in boosting our rankings up and the search rankings, all that kind of stuff. So, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.